Adam Johnson, Johnson Hill Customs out of Spring Valley. Did I say it right?
Yes, Spring Valley.
I did it right the first time. And we are getting a sneak peek of his Louisville build. Johnson Hill Customs, one of the best builders in the country, regarded as the top. Wyatt just went down to that thing when they were racing around the track in Tennessee.
The Atlanta Speedway.
Atlanta Speedway.
Yep. They're going to try to turn that into the national championship down there.
Awesome.
So we competed in the red carpet event.
Okay.
Basically, 12 of the top trucks around the country competed. Cool. So it was some pretty stiff competition there.
Yep. So we're going to give you a sneak peek of their build for the 2025 Louisville show, the end of March. You kind of take us through what you got going on?
Yeah, it's kind of a disarray around here. Basically, it's a 2007 W900 that we're just kind of doing a simple little overhaul on. It's going to be a nice work truck when we're done, but everything's going to be touched. Basically, come through. Everything from the motor, top to bottom, has been touched and painted and detailed. So, little details. It's a dirty. We're in the middle of working on it, but even like the air cleaners here, there's no seam where they're seamed and welded together. We smoothed everything out. Frame's been all smoothed out. Come back, I don't know if you can see in here, give you a little sneak peek at some of the stuff on the interior. So all the plastic has been smoothed out, painted. Basically the whole truck is going to be red and black with a little bit of chrome. So we go with our signature short shifters. Everyone always goes with the super tall shifters, and we put short shifters in there. But signature 600 Cummins, 18 speed, 355 rears. Just kind of a nice little clean build. We're not going over the top on this one because we're going to use it. The one thing that's probably going to be different for the guys that are Kenworth guys is that sleeper in front of the truck. That actually, come over here, Kenworth never made this sleeper. This is a 72-inch sleeper, been cut down to a 54-inch Aerodyne sleeper. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're the first ones in the country, if not the world, to make a 54-inch Aerodyne flat top sleeper. So, you know, we suicided the doors. We cut the roof cap down, shortened the whole body down. So I think it's going to be a very unique look. We put the rippled back wall in it, give it that old school vibe. So it should turn some heads.
How did your dream of becoming like a custom builder like this happen? Because nobody wakes up one day and goes, I'm going to build cool semis.
Honestly, I think it was the lack of getting our stuff repaired on time.
Okay.
It never was ever intention to build a custom truck shop. I think it was always kind of a dream in the back of your head, but I said at the end of the day, Eric worked at the local Kenworth dealership, and I spent a lot of money there, and it got to the point where I think upper management wanted to treat us guys that were spending a lot of money getting our stuff repaired, big engine overhauls and stuff done. They didn't really want us anymore. They didn't want the little guys. They wanted the big fish. They wanted the big companies. So I said, you know what? I guess it's either buy new trucks and play the warranty game, or we open up a shop and we just start building our own trucks and not having to deal with anyone else.
Nice.
So that's how it started. And I think Eric and I, when we first, it's been what, a little over 4 years since Eric came on. And in the first 6 months, we were 2 years out on the books.
Awesome.
So, and it basically started there, and it hasn't stopped since.
What kind of builds do you do for customers? Can I come to you with any crazy idea I have?
We can do anything from mild to wild. Our biggest thing is work trucks.
Work trucks.
A lot of people come to us, and I mean, we bring life, like this frame right here. This is a 1980 Kenworth. Guy brought it to us as a rolling chassis, and we're going to completely rebuild it from the ground up. New frame rails. It's going to be a brand new 1980 Kenworth when it's done. And we get guys that work every day. They save up a little bit. We do, 25% of the project now. Next year we do another 25%, and the next year we do another 25%. It might take 4 years for the guys. We work with guys that way. I mean, and we do full builds too. So start to finish. It's just a little bit of everything. I call it the blue collar custom shop.
The blue collar custom shop. I like that.
We can work on one step above, excuse my language, a truck out of a farm.
Yep.
And customize it, or we can work on a show quality truck that only goes to shows. And these guys have seen everything in between.
Yep. Over the years, I remember your cream truck. I actually saw that in Lufkin, Texas.
Yes.
I don't remember who bought it. I think a younger kid bought that, and he made like a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel and stuff like that.
Nick Weber. Bought that.
That's right. And then Deep Roots, like those are the two that jump out at me. Deep Roots is sitting outside,
yes.
right?
Yep, that's still mine. Yeah, we can go look at that one.
But like, do you have a favorite build or a favorite truck, or are they all kind of something special, and then you check that box and you're on to your next one?
It's kind of like, you ever seen the meme of the father to the child? you know, and as the child gets bigger, there's a piece of the father that gets lost every time. Well, I feel like that's us here in the shop. Every time we do a build for ourselves, that maybe for ourselves, not a customer, it's our little ideas come out and we lose a little bit of ourselves goes into each little build. So we got a special place for all of them. I mean, my personal favorite would be Deep Roots. That was the first official build that I built with no intentions of no budget, no nothing, build what I want, exactly how I want it, and everyone in the shop stepped it up. And Eric hates when I talk about it, but that originally was an 8-week build. It was 8.5 weeks start to finish before we went to Louisville 3 years ago with it. And we showed up at Louisville and we came home, I think, second place in our class, the best use of chrome, best of show interior, bunch of stuff that we weren't expecting. We were the new kids on the block.
Is that your most decorated truck? For awards?
I'd say probably our most decorated, and then the cream truck did get a lot of awards. We never hit anything like Louisville status with that truck. We felt like the motor and the frame needed better touch up to really go compete on the national level. Deep Roots is probably our first truck that really hit the national spotlight as far as competing against some of the best in the country.
Nice. When you say best of the best, how many are in that elite class? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 12?
You know,
like actual builders.
I mean, if you look at the actual builders out here, I bet you there's probably a good 20, 25 really, really awesome builders. There's probably 50 of them throughout the country, and a lot of guys don't even know about. I mean, like us, we're not on the social media presence as much because, I mean, at any given time, we have at least a year worth of work.
So you're not. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's every time that we go on social media, we get more people hitting us up, which we applaud the work. We love the work.
Everybody call Johnson. What's your phone number?
715-977-8106. Neil's he's the happiest go lucky guy you'll ever talk to on the phone. But yeah, so I'd say Deep Roots is a big time favorite. A lot of people's new favorite is our cab over. We did West Side Gold Mine is the name on that.
There's that truck here?
That truck is actually, we put in storage.
You put in
So
storage.
you just missed it by about a week.
Okay, well I saw it coming home from
Yep.
Atlanta.
It was on the trailer.
Where were we? Diesels and Dark Corners? Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was the same week.
Yeah, we did some roll-bys with it and passed it and stuff like that.
Yep.
Made some videos, pretty cool.
So that actually that truck was bought. It was the same truck as Doug and my grandfather. Our grandfather had that truck. That was like his last cab over truck. It was the same kind of style model, and that's where we kind of bought that to build kind of a tribute. And then we ended up in the build off with it at Louisville. And I said, well, let's bring something different.
What's a build off?
So they brought the build off back. So you ever heard of like the biker build off back in the day when you're growing? Like same thing, but in the semi world.
Okay.
So it's an invite only. They invite some of the best builders in the country. You go and compete. It's a buy-in. It's usually a $5,000 buy-in. Winner takes all. So you can usually walk away with $20,000, $25,000 if you win, which to the normal person seems awesome, but that doesn't even put a dent in what you put into it. And so that was the truck we built. So we showed up with a 1980 K100 cab over, old school. I think the next newest truck there was a 97, you know, and then the other trucks were brand new.
Nice.
So we kind of have our vibe towards the old school trucks.
Cool.
So we love them.
Well, take us to Deep Roots.
Yeah.
All right, so here with Deep Roots, this is Adam's, kind of the one, I don't know, the piece of you, if you will. Like you said, no budget. You just kind of went into this and made it what you wanted.
And we built this in memory of our grandpa.
Okay.
So, I mean, anyone that knows, Doug and I are first cousins. We grew up like brothers. He's actually my only cousin on my dad's side of the family. And from what I understand, our grandfather had a red truck when he started the company in 1946, and he never owned another red truck again. So this is why, hence, we have the red.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And this has got a little bit of piece. I love the A model, so we did an A model style
what
grill.
year?
This is a 94.
94.
W900L. A model is the hood, so with the round headlights. So we did the round headlights to give that old school vibe.
Okay.
And then did the L, it's still an L model. So you have all the comfort creatures of a little bit of a newer truck, still not the new trucks. And then we did a Mercury inspired sleeper, so they remade the Mercury sleeper on it. So 310-inch wheelbase. Roadworks made us the steps that are all like an A model inspired step.
Okay.
So it's this rounded curve here.
Oh, okay.
Kind of gives it that old school vibe.
Yeah.
So versus like if you looked at this truck, this is like the modern style step.
Right.
They're a little different. But like I said, I don't know, a little dirty inside, but
Yeah, you didn't know we were coming.
no, I didn't. So it's all white interior.
It
gets
say this isn't working.
It gets worked. It literally was out working yesterday in the salt and the snow.
Awesome. I bet people just turn their heads when they see this.
It's kind of, yeah, it's pretty cool. we were down getting unloaded and everyone was taking pictures. And this is like with the new wagon that I got for it. We can do 10.5 feet inside this wagon with the roll tarp. The tarp rolls open and closed. So it's an ultra low step deck with the curtain. So I eventually bought this to put the cab over in to go to Louisville to keep it clean. And it worked, but it's a lot of work to squeeze a truck width-wise in this trailer.
Well, cool. This has been Adam Johnson, Johnson Hill Customs. Thank you for giving us cool trucks to look at on the road. I know that, you know, the fleet, I get it if you're a big fleet operation, but for the guy that still wants to look cool on the daily, I just love it. I mean, there's some cool trucks down by us. The Restwicks guy, the Hulse Fuel, he's got some cool trucks.
Yep.
You know, Gordy Pode's down there by me. The guy down by, oh shoot, I can't think of his name, has a little cold storage on the way to Madison's got Leslie's got some cool trucks, but nothing like this. This is eye-stopping, and good luck at Louisville, and I hope you kick some butt.
I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping out.
Johnson Hill Customs, he's not busy enough. Give him a call today.